fact, Hillary's running mate, TPP supporting Tim Kaine, declared in Spanish in an interview with Telemundo that illegal immigrants would be legalized within the first 100 days of Hillary's reign, while, as Breitbart reported, Hillary plans on admitting 420,000 Syrian refugees during her first term, expanding Obama's unconstitutional executive amnesty, dissolving the U.S. borders, freezing deportations, closing detention centers, and giving a full path to citizenship and Obamacare to illegal immigrants, far surpassing the chaos Obama has already introduced to the United States. Hillary Clinton wants to one-up Angela Merkel to impress her globalist masters. Screw the American people. Anyone can see that it is the immigration policy of Merkel that has brought the recent horror down on Europe. And the only solution is to immediately stop the flow of migration and begin the monumental process of mass deportation. This is jihad by immigration, or al-Hijra, as it is known by Muslims. Who in their right mind would allow a hostile enemy to move their soldiers and their families into their country? Now is it crystal clear why there was no mention of ISIS during the first night of the Democratic National Convention?
George Soros, public enemy number one, and perhaps the best-known New World Order globalist, says Europe's refugee crisis should be accepted as the new normal. And that means new opportunities for Soros organizations and the UN to influence immigration policies on a global scale. Meanwhile, it's no secret that Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton both want to dramatically increase illegal immigration into America. In fact, Hillary wants to allow Syrian refugees in numbers far greater than Obama ever dreamed of. I mean, we're talking on the same level or on the same scale as Europe or worse. And it's no secret that George Soros is one of Hillary's biggest campaign donors. This guy is dumping millions and millions of dollars into Hillary's campaign. And if their plan goes into effect and succeeds, you will no longer recognize this country. America as you know it, over, gone. In fact, the most likely outcome of a migrant crisis, of race riots and open borders is civil war, because the globalists want to burn this baby to the ground.
Now, we have this from the new George Soros emails. Now, I told you this is the battle plan. In fact, Saturday we shot a video showing public statements from the UN lead envoy who heads up the migration program and immigration program, the migrant program. And we broke all of this down with the headline, UN admits, shocker, UN admits migrant crisis plan to overthrow the left. And we're going to post this Daily Caller article on Infowars.com, where now we have all the emails double proving this. We're just going to under it put my video from Saturday that I came up here and shot, just exposing this. But now we just don't have it from Peter Sutherland. And, of course, in the video, I finger Soros and explain that he funded the Arab Spring, the Ukraine overthrow, what's happening here. This is really happening. But let's just go over the stack of news today on this subject alone. Mega banks above the law, tax-exempt, diplomatic immunity, going in with education programs to create absolute, total, homicidal hatred of anyone with white skin, and teaching them to hate capitalism, and teaching them that you must go to the United States or Europe or Australia and you must capture it politically as leftist, and that you must then take over government and create a utopia. Now, this is taught in Mexico. This is taught in Nigeria. This is taught in Sudan. This is taught in South Africa. This is taught all over places like Venezuela, Nicaragua, El Salvador. They're all running programs as of this year, officially organized with the UN to bring in people from all over the world that land on airplanes and come in on ships. They're not allowed to stay there. And then they are bussed all the way to the United States, where the Border Patrol waits for them and loads them on buses to ship them into Democratic Party facilities, who then they give them ID cards, set them up on full welfare, more than a Social Security recipient, and then large portions of that money is skimmed and given back to the organized crime combine.